Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of They Not Like Us. Today we've got a special guest and good friend of the show joining us once again, the one and only Alex Williams. If you've tuned in before, you know things get a little wild when Alex is on. We're diving into some hilarious celebrity tweets, strange food combinations you won't believe, and of course, sharing some of the worst advice we've ever come across. You definitely don't want to miss this one. Let's get into it.
Hello, welcome back to They Not Like Us. I'm your host, Aaron. With me today is our frequent flyer, Mr. Alex. What's going on, my friend?
Not much, man. It's been a busy old time, but we are, I'm back slowly recording TikToks and stuff. I haven't uploaded any yet, but we are back. So, we obviously haven't done a podcast for a while, but how you been?
Yeah, good. Healing up.
How's the, how is that process going?
Yeah, still not back at the gym and training and stuff properly yet. I tried one session just doing like light stuff, and I was pretty sore after it, like on my side, and I was sore, so I'm still not healed. I'm still not quite ready, but getting there. Stitches haven't dissolved yet either, so.
Yeah, that's always the long bit waiting for that. I remember I had my knee done, like the stitches just like hung around for ages, and I had like staples in mine as well. Yours is keyhole, so you didn't have them, but I had the staples down as well, and that was just getting rid of them was, peak.
Yeah, I was in touch and go of just pulling them out myself at this stage. I'm just looking at them thinking, can I get these out?
Yeah, it's not worth that risk, and we don't condone that behaviour. If anyone listening, we don't condone taking your stitches out.
That's not medical advice, but
big trigger warning.
I mean, I'm getting bored of them.
Yeah, I bet they just like stop you doing something. Like you're basically recovered at that point, and then it's they're pulling against themselves, and it's just like they're the thing that hurts. So the second they're gone, then it gets a little bit less uncomfortable. But yeah, that part of the recovery phase is long.
Yeah, just waiting for them to disappear, man. Waiting for them to disappear.
The dissolvable ones. It could be worse. You know, they were the ones that have taken out, and that's where it gets like real tuggy towards the end.
Yeah, but I mean, they would have been taken out by now, probably.
Yeah, probably. To be fair, the dissolvable ones, obviously, there's no science to it. They just go when they go. Like they go when they're ready. They hang around for a little bit sometimes. It's quite annoying.
Yeah, they've been bugging me. I was looking it up, and they can take like up to like 8 weeks to disappear, and I'm like, nah, man, nah, don't want that.
Yeah, it's like that.
Don't want that.
Well, mate, you'll be back in the gym before you know it, and then you'll be back lifting weights, and then wondering why you've done it.
We'll see. But my body's turning into a bag of soup at the minute, so I need to do something.
It's a bag of soup.
It's just skin holding all this liquid and looseness in now. It's disgusting. Hating life.
Christ. Yeah, I mean that's the part about it. That's the long bit of recovery. Where like that's kind of like the obviously it's quite a quick recovery process, but like in some injuries where you've got that kind of part where you can't train but you feel well enough to go about life, that's the hardest bit. Like I remember doing it at uni and stuff, doing recovery, injury and stuff, and that's the kind of phase of recovery where people struggle the most, and kind of where people's heads can get a bit of a spin because you can't do anything, but you can do stuff like do the bare minimum. But if you can do the bare minimum, you want to do more, especially when like you're active like we are. Being sedentary is an absolute killer.
Yeah, it's rough. I'm not gonna lie, it is real rough.
Your first proper session back, you're gonna be in there like for 4 hours, just like catching up on everything.
That's gonna be longer than that. I think it's gonna be a nightmare. But what can you do? At the minute, I'm not well enough to do it. I can't tolerate like any kind of heavy load or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean the worst thing you want to do is like go back to it too early and cause yourself problems because like it sets you back longer than it. But it's hard to like know until you know. Like you just have to keep trying, and like it's one of them where it's for the greater good, really, and it's to like you've got to wait, and it's frustrating, but it's better than like you say, it's better than just having them like pop out or having anything re-rupture. That's the last thing you're gonna want, especially when it's inside you. When it's on your skin, it's easier. When it's inside you, you don't know until it's too late sometimes.
Yeah, man, it's good advice. Good advice.
Yeah, I mean, but it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the stitches inside that I worry about the most. Of it is like as long as that's healed, then I'm fine. Then after that, but it's just when you get sore on your side, you're just worried that that's not actually quite healed yet, and you don't want to push it too far and end up going back to square one, do you?
Yeah, exactly. It's easy to like especially when it's inside you can't see it. Like it's something like the evil and the evil you don't. Like the stuff inside you'll worry, and then you'll feel like, oh, maybe that hurts more than yesterday. Oh, maybe like now it hurts more than an hour ago. And then you take time for it, and you're like, oh, it's gone now. And then you're like, has it gone? Because I can still feel it, and you start poking it and prodding it, and yeah,
I'm just gauging it on the out. I'm gauging it on the outside, so till the stitches on the outside have healed and that's like fully healed, I'm figuring, well, it's probably not fully healed inside.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm kind of playing it, especially when it's feeling a bit sore or whatever. So I'm just playing it off that.
Best not to fuck with it and aggravate it, because like you say, it's one of them where you know, when it went, you know, it's big. You don't want to re-aggravate that because it doesn't play fair if you decide to aggravate an inside wound.
No, it doesn't like to play fair.
It's one of them, isn't it? You don't know about it too late.
Yeah, this is true. Means that we're on the you know, advice setting. I've done a little Google search just because, you know, it's what I do. For some bits of bad advice.
Just bad advice in general.
Bad advice, right? I think this one's good advice. So let me read it for you. I don't care how nice the hand soap smells. You should never walk out of the restroom sniffing your fingers.
Yeah, that's I guess that depends on the situation, I guess, doesn't it? Like, if you're coming like back into a busy restaurant, it's like center stage restaurant, then like, you know, you don't want to be doing that in the middle of the restaurant. Like, you know, there's a curry house where I go to quite a lot, and it's got like the bathroom is literally like in the middle of the restaurant. Like, you have to go through like all the tables to get there, and you come back out and you're like almost in someone's dinner. Then that's a bit much. But if you like, you know, you just come around, you've got a bit of a corridor to go down, like a bit of a sniff and a bit of a, that's all right. Like, but obviously, I think public dependent is the strong advice, probably like the caveat to it, I guess.
I think it's probably worse if you've gone in there with someone and then walked out with someone.
Yeah, especially someone that you don't know. Like, you go in there with one dude, and you go in there as your own, you come out with a second dude, and you're sniffing your hands. That'll get some looks for sure. And like, I guess especially if you like, depends on your reaction as well. Like, if you're sniffing, like, what's worse, to really sniff and be like, yeah, that's potent, or just a little sniff and that's nice. Like, what would be what's worse, I guess, like, because people are going to look at you strange either way. I don't know if there's a safe middle ground to sniffing one's hands out the toilet.
I just think probably is wise to steer clear of it, really.
Yeah. I think I've ever really, like, that's the last thing I'm doing with my hands when I'm gone into the toilet, is then putting them anywhere near my face. Like, a bit of a germaphobe, so like, it could smell like, you know, coconuts. I wouldn't be smelling it. I'd just keep my hands away from my face after the toilet, because you just don't know, do you?
Yeah, especially public toilets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially public toilets.
You don't know what's going on in there, man.
Yeah, like anything that's like, especially like, you know, airports, clubs, pubs, anything where, like, you know, just general public toilets, like in the high street and stuff in like smaller towns. Like, I'm not touching my face after coming out of them. That's not for me. Yeah,
and I haven't spent a lot of time in female toilets, so I don't know what they're like, but I can speak for the men's toilets, and they are disgusting. As a general rule, they are gross, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, especially like the ones at work is horrendous. For like, when I've gone in, like, you know, like, you got the unisex toilets in some, like, you know, landmarks and stuff. They have like mixed gender toilets, and like, they always seem to be fine. So maybe obviously, like I said, I've never gone into a woman's toilet, so I don't know what they're like, but I can't imagine they're anywhere near as heinous as ours, surely. Well, hopefully not. But yeah, some of ours can be like football stadiums and stuff. Are just, yeah, not great.
Yeah, they're absolutely gopping, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, they're strong.
Like, we are disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever gone to Peterborough United away at London Road. The away end seats are like rotten, and the toilets are they're barbaric, mate. Like, you go in there and you think, I actually would be better just not go in and just hold in it. Like, some toilets are horrendous, and like, you know, blokes are bad anyway, but the ones in football stadiums especially like your small League 1, League 2 Championship stadiums are old. Yeah, Christ, it's like a hole in the ground almost.
Yeah, well, that's not just the toilets.
Yeah, it's just, not just the toilets, it's the ground as a whole.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Better one. Well, we think it's good advice anyway. Better one.
Yeah, I think that's good advice.
What about this one then? If you ever get caught sleeping on the job, slowly raise your head and say, "In Jesus' name, Amen."
It's rogue. I mean, no one's going to question you, are they? They're not, like, because that makes them the arsehole.
I mean, it depends, doesn't it, and what kind of state you're sleeping in. If you're laying back and you're dribbling and you're all over the place, I think you're in trouble later. If you're like head on the desk number, you might get away with it.
Yeah, if you're like, you know, like, like a quiet sleeper, and like, you know, someone's come in, and you're kind of like, then they're not seeing you all, like you're kind of turned away from them, and they're like, are you asleep? You're like, oh, like, you know, and then you kind of, like you say, but yeah, yeah, I wouldn't be advising that in many scenarios, I don't think.
No, it also depends how long they've been watching you.
Yeah, that could get real ropey. Like, it just puts you in that dishonesty break. Like if you've been asleep, you don't know how long you've been asleep, unless you can, like, you've got a clock in sight and you know when you shut your eyes. Then that prayer better been fucking long and silent, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
What about this one then? What about this one? It's okay to eat food that's a little bit expired. It won't hurt you.
Oh no, absolutely not. This the day food in my fridge and cupboard it's expired, it's gone. Like, I don't, like, even on the day sometimes I'm like, I can almost smell it. Like, I'll get milk that'd be like, you know, today is what, the 13th, and I'll sniff milk on going out the 14th, and I'll be like, there's only a little bit left of that. That ain't gonna have the life on it. Like, I'm so anal with food, and like, it's like things like milk and bread. The second it's on, even if it's on the day, I'm like, nah, that ain't for me.
Yeah, milk and stuff, I get it. Some of the stuff though, like has sell-by date, still not like the really highly processed stuff. Probably lasts for like centuries, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it probably does. And it worries you about when it goes in you, because, like, you know, my missus often will buy food at the shop that's like, going out today. Like, we'll go down the aisles at, like, you know, X supermarket. Not going to name any names, and they'll have like the yellow like labels and stuff, and it'll say like expires today, down to like £1 from £5. You're like, oh, mint, yeah, we love that. And then she'll freeze it in the freezer that night. But like, obviously, like, the clock doesn't just tick over and it's boom, expired. That's shit now. But like, she'll put it in the freezer, and then like she'll get it out the freezer when she wants it, let it defrost, it's been out like nearly another day, and then she'll cook it and then we'll eat it. And I'll be like, nah, this is gonna kill me. this is gonna kill me.
Yeah, people are on the fence with this stuff, and I'm a bit of a pig, and I'm not that fussed. Unless it's fresh stuff. If it's fresh stuff, I'm like, not touching it.
Yeah.
But if it's like, I don't know, if it's something that's in a packet and I'm gonna nuke it, I reckon it's all right.
Yeah, I guess if you're cooking it, like, if you're cooking
Depends
it,
how far out of date it is. If it's like a couple of days, if it's like 2 months, it's a different ballgame, isn't it?
Yeah, you're looking at eggs and they're like, you know, a week out. You're like, they look okay and they smell okay. I'm not, it's not for me. I know some people just do, don't they? Because some people eat like heinous stuff. There's one guy on YouTube at the moment. He's proving you can eat raw chicken. He's been eating raw chicken for like every day for 2 months, and he's like, "See, I'm alright." And I'm like, "Nah, that'd kill me. Day one, I'd be dead. I mean, salmonella, that'd be that."
I mean, even if you don't get salmonella, he's not all right just to be in raw chicken. Like, why would he want to? That can't be nice.
Yeah,
like,
apparently it's like a myth that he's
when you
trying to
handle
prove.
and cut raw chicken, it's like, it's disgusting. Why would you want to eat that?
Yeah, literally, like, it's like raw chicken and like raw eggs. He's like necking like just like a couple of eggs every day, and then like a chicken breast, like a bit like half a chicken breast raw. I don't know what he's called on YouTube. I'm not really sat down and watched it. It was another podcast that I heard talking about it, but like, just why? Like, who hurt you? Like, why did you need to do that?
Yeah, but damage, don't they? That's messed up. That's messed up.
But yeah, the food thing, when it's expired, it needs to be.
Yeah, people are funny on it, aren't they? What about this one then? This is a strange one. Key your car so that people think you're cool enough to have enemies.
Nah, that ain't it.
I reckon that's fresh from Reddit or something like that.
Yeah, that's like, you know, them TikToks you get, and it's like, advice to live by. 1, always do this, and then 2, always eat these gummies, and it's like, nah, that's not good stuff. Key in your own. Like, why would you do that? Like, you wouldn't, like, that's like saying like shit on your own garden so people know you've got a dog. Why would you do that? Yeah, nah, not for me.
Nah, that's a strange one. This is a good bit of advice. A good bit of advice that everybody likes to dish out, I think. Stop worrying.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, strong. That is piss poor advice. It's like getting someone that's really angry and going, calm down. It's like a red rag to a bull, in it. Like, just none of that.
Everybody does it, all right, at some point.
Oh, we've all done it.
Even by mistake, you do it sometimes. You're like, calm down, and you're like, why did I say that?
Yeah, I'll probably do it tonight. Like, you know, I'll probably wind the missus up because that's my standard. And I'll be like, oh, calm down, it ain't that deep. And the second I say it, I'm like, it's gonna get that deep now, bro. Like, you've put yourself there. Like, it wasn't that deep, and now it is. But yeah, it's like, you know, like I was at a funeral last week on the back of that, or the week before last, and this lady came up to me, and my partner, more like a week ago, I don't know. Anyway, but she was like, "Are you okay?" Obviously not. Obviously we're not okay. Like, no, obviously not, mate. Like, your relative has just died. Obviously, you're not okay. Like, I'll always go like, how are you doing in the circumstances, or like, how are things otherwise, or like, are you okay? And she said, like, Jess was there crying. I was like, no, obviously not, mate. Like, this is not going well here.
But it's just one of those go-to things, isn't it, that people say, like, they don't mean any harm by it, do they?
Yeah,
But it's they just don't think, and they're just like, oh, are you all right? You okay?
Yeah,
I do it all the time. I'm terrible for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, it's almost like, if someone's like, crying in front of you, it's hard to know what to say, like, because a lot of people like don't like being touched or hugged if they're crying or upset, and like, if you're not got an interpersonal relationship, you're not going to go like hugging random people, or like, making physical contact that's too much, maybe a hand on the shoulder or something. But what else do you do? And like, I mean, it's tough. Like, I'm just like, being devil's advocate, I guess, a little bit, but like, yeah, it's tough like that. Like, don't worry. Like, sometimes that is like going to make it worse. It's impossible. Like, just like, yeah, it annoys when people say it to me. I do it all the time, but it's something that is a staple of British culture, I think, just to go, yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be all right.
Yeah, it's just the culture, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's what we live in.
It is, and some people just like that. Like, some friendships, like our friendship's quite blasé. Like, if I got like some chronic disease that's going to kill me next week, you're like, don't worry about it. It'll be all right. It's like,
How about this one then? Never do a whole job when half a job will do.
That is, that's some advice that a lot of people in my life seem to live by. They're like, oh, yeah, it's enough to get done. Like, if I just do half now, like,
do the bare minimum.
If someone sees me working, they'll just assume I've done it all. Yeah, nah, that doesn't get you, like, you're always gonna get, like, that advice, you're always gonna get caught out. Yeah, that's I think that's probably if we had to do like a leaderboard of advice here, that's the worst one so far. That's worse than don't worry for me. Some will get the job done and stay until it's done, the sort of guy, as you've seen many a times at work. I'll stay for hours and hours and hours, and I probably don't need to, but yeah, I'm not leaving something done unless it's done.
What about this then? This would get you in a lot of trouble. I know it would. Always say what you're thinking out loud.
Yeah, nah. This podcast would have been much shorter had I have always said what I think out loud. I think my life probably would have been shorter as well. It's good to be honest. It is. But any adult with a young child at the moment will probably be quite versed with Taylor Swift songs, and she's got a line with her songs which is casually cruel in the name of being honest, which is great. And sometimes being honest is good, because, well, being honest is normally always good. But yeah, you can't always say what you're thinking, because yeah, the audience is the thing you need to think about, not always telling people what needs to be heard. Just because something needs to be said doesn't mean it needs to be heard.
And it's the way you say it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
so like you can you can say what you think without like being a douche about it. You don't need to be rude and like that. That's what some people think in it. People who think, oh, I always speak my mind. No, actually, you're just rude because you don't take the time to think about how to say it in a polite way.
It's context, isn't it? I think the context is massively important all the time. Like, I could be quite blasé with some things, and then people are like, oh, this guy doesn't care, or this guy is a bit of a dick. And it's like, no, I'm just like, I come across a little bit drier, I guess, sometimes, and like a little bit like, sharper. But I think it's knowing who you're talking to, and like knowing your audience. Like, I'm somewhat more aware of it now these days, so I try not to be as me, I guess, with some people. And if some people need to hear something, I'll try and deliver it in a like a nice package. But you can't always speak your mind. It's not going to go down well in a lot of places.
Yeah, a lot of people are not ready to hear the truth.
Yeah, that's part of the problem sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of people, they've got to be in that place where they're willing to hear it as well. Otherwise, it just causes issues on it and just having conflicting. Yeah,
definitely.
I like this one. When confronted by a bear, give it a hug and tell it it'll be all right.
It's the sort of shit I do. I'd be like, because at that point,
I think you'll only do it once.
Yeah, you will only do it once, wouldn't you? Like, because you're probably not walking away from that situation for a start. But I guess that's probably metaphorical, isn't it? Like, I'm assuming it's going to be metaphorical, because I've not met many bears. I don't think I've met any, to be honest, out of the confines of the zoo. I don't think I'd hug a bear. I don't think that's it. I think that's...
Nah, it's not the one, is it? That is not good advice, let's be honest. I mean, yeah. Bears are terrifying, man. See the claws on them?
Yeah, I mean, it's terrifying. I mean, unfortunately, I think that's the advice for bears. I think I'm going to remember now, because I know there's always a rhyme, isn't there, for like, If it's brown, do this. If it's black, do this. If it's white, then do this. Like, you're basically dead. It's a polar bear. But like, I can't remember
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
No,
If it's brown, flush it down. Is that
that's a
the one?
different type of beast. That.
All
But,
right.
yeah, I think it's like if it's a brown, lay down. If it's white, good night. And if it's a different type of bear, then do this, like fight. I can't remember what that one is. No, I don't know. There's a rhyme. Obviously, I can't remember it. But hugging it is going to be the thing my brain decides to remember now. Being my ADHD self, it'd be like, oh yeah, that advice was really good once it comes from a good place, and then yeah, context will prevail. And it turns out when I'm dead, if I'm hugged a bear, it won't be. But I'll go down having a laugh. You know what I mean?
I don't think you will be laughing. No.
I like to think other people would though. Like you're at my funeral. You can picture it like you're at my funeral. Like Jess is obviously like beside herself, and they'll be like, "How did he die? Oh, he hugged a bear." Like that's getting a laugh. Surely.
I don't think it is.
Nah,
I don't think it is. I think if anything, people are going to think you're a moron.
Yeah, but like I could take that, and that is going to get a laugh.
So-
Like, I'd laugh at that. Like that was my best friend who hugged a bear and he got killed. I'd be like, "Lol, dickhead."
Be like Anchorman, right? Like Anchorman, you'd be like Brick when he's riding that bear. He's like, oh look, big furry tractor.
Yeah, literally. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess that's why I'm lucky I'm a human sometimes. Because if I was like an animal, I don't think I'd be a very smart animal. I think I'd be roadkill pretty quickly. Because I'd just see something shiny and be like, that's a bit of me, that, and then run at it, and it turns out it's like a Lamborghini doing 100 miles an hour, and I'm dead. But
You do that now, right?
Sure, I mean, yeah, in some moods I do. But yeah, that's some pretty bad advice. That hugging a bear would not recommend.
Yeah, I've given up on this advice because I've been looking at it, and most of it is nonsense, to be honest. And I think, what can you do? I'm not going to waste our time with it. So instead, I'm going to move on to weird food combinations, right?
Oh God, I've got a few of these myself. I've got some good anecdotes here, so we'll see what comes out.
The first one, watermelon and salt.
That sounds like a bar dare. That's not for me.
Never tried it. So I can't really. But watermelon's not even that sweet, right? It's just because it's really watery in it. It's really it's quite
Yeah.
bland, really. So it's just going to be like having salty water, right?
I don't know what salt would do. I mean, it's a bit like salt, wouldn't they? Like, after a hangover and stuff. Maybe it could be one of them, hangover cures people talk about a watermelon and some salt, maybe. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
not for me. That's grim. There'll be people out there that love that shit though. That's the thing.
No, it is apparently. This is quite common. And then you got brie and jam sandwiches.
I'm not a jam guy, but I feel like that would work.
I've never tried it, but it might. Yeah, that might work.
I feel like that would work. Like, it's a niche. They see a little bit like a cucumber sandwich. Like, it doesn't sound that great. It sounds very moist, but isn't that bad?
But yeah, well, I think cheese goes with sweet stuff anyway, doesn't it? That's why you have grapes with it, or that's why you have cranberry in certain cheeses and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got in-laws that
it works
quite well off, and I'm pretty sure when we go to theirs, they have a cheese ball, and I'm pretty sure there's jam and other preservatives there. Is that what they're called? Preservatives? What are they called?
Yep.
They've got jam and marmalade and some other weird sticky looking stuff. They're all loving it, crackers, cheese, this jam shit. Not for me, but
what about this one then? Strawberries with balsamic vinegar and black pepper.
No, that's not it. That is
it's just off, isn't it?
But why has someone tried that? Because that's obviously not going to work. That's not okay.
Oh, no, I don't think that's okay. But this looks even worse to me. Butter and sugar sandwiches.
Yeah. See, now this is one of the things I was going to bring up. Who was I talking to the other day? I think it might be my granddad, or it was someone old in a situation where I was the middle age, and there was a younger person. I think I was talking about crisp sandwiches, and I was like, crisp sandwich slaps. Get me some bread, bit of butter, and some salt and vinegar crisps. Bosh, that is council estate dinner, supper, if you would. And then someone I was with was like, that is so POV, and I was like, nah, that's the staple. That is after school, crisp sandwich. After dinner, before bed, if I was hungry, crisp sandwich. I'd get away with that. Mum would be like, yeah, sound, no worries. But yeah, the younger was like, no. And then that whole sugar butter sandwich thing, my granddad, I'm sure my granddad, it was someone old, was like, yeah, that slaps. They were for it, and I was like, that's why you got no teeth. That's why you've got no teeth. Because you used to eat that shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Crisp sandwiches are banging though, to be fair.
Yeah.
But they are a staple from, council estates where like when I grew up and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it was
So what can you do? It's our heritage, right?
Yeah, that is literally what I grew up on, is that sort of stuff, man. Like, people are here like, I had croissants with cheese in it. Fuck off. Like, no, you didn't.
No, I don't think I had a croissant until I was an adult.
Yeah, no. I mean, even now, like, I get fucking hammered for the way I say croissant. Because I say, obviously, you just say croissant. I say croissant. My best mate, like, from school, like, hammers me for it because I say croissant. He's like, you're so needlessly chavvy when you're not. He's just like, why would you say it like it's croissant? It's French, and he's got his mum's a French teacher, and he's so like, it's French. That's why you say it. I'm just like, no, it's croissant, mate. I'm not saying croissant. I'm just not.
Each to their own. Jamie Carragher got hammered for it the other day, didn't he, on the football show? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same bracket as him. I'll take that because I think my defensive abilities are probably about the same as his as well.
I don't know. It's a battle for who's the worst. What about grilled pineapple and Tabasco sauce?
I'd love to have an input on this one. However, don't know what Tabasco sauce is.
It's like a spicy kind of sauce, isn't it? So it's like sweet and spicy, essentially.
I've never had either. It sounds bad because that's a sweet and spicy combo. Is that the one? Fuck, it's not.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, nah.
Popcorn and marshmallows?
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Maybe not like in a wanna, but like if you've got like some like marshmallow on the go, like some like schmaltz or something, and then you got like, I don't know, like is some popcorn, like it's like a, I don't know, you have like an outside movie sort of thing, like like the drive-in film places. Yeah, I fuck with that.
I like the old like M&Ms in the popcorn. That's what I like.
M&Ms in popcorn, mate. You've got too much money. I'm not affording M&Ms at a cinema. Are you joking? £10 a bag.
I don't buy them separate. Like you go to the cinema. Like I went to the 4D cinema and they do it there. They put it on there.
Oh, mad.
It's like
that's kind of cool.
What they do.
That's kind of cool. Yeah,
I didn't buy the separate bag for $18.99 or whatever it is, and then pour that on top. I can't afford that either. It was just like an offer that they did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a massive M&M guy, but if they did like Maltesers and popcorn, I think I'd be there for that. They're like similar size as well. I actually think I might be on something there. That's a business venture that I might have to go into.
What about this then? Blueberries and steak.
But like, you'd get that in like some Michelin star bullshit. Like, they're about like the world's smallest fucking steak, and it's got like a bit of like garnish on top, and they're like £80 that come from like a royal cow.
Yeah,
nah, not for me.
I'm not a fan. And then this one, you see people do similar ice cream and fries. That's quite similar, right, to the people who go McDonald's and then dip the fries either in the McFlurry or in the milkshake.
In the milkshake, yeah. My sister does that, and it freaks me out every time. Like, she'll be sat there and she's like, yeah, this is so good, and she'd like be dipping them in. I'm just like, you've ruined my Mackies. Like, I did want it, and now I don't, because you've ruined it. I mean, it doesn't have much to take off my food, but yeah, no, that's heinous behaviour. I don't get it. I've never understood it. It's like I know Americans used to have ice cream in Coke. Like, why are we doing that?
Yeah, like a float.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
not for me. Like, I see loads of people doing it at Mac's as well. It's almost like a trend now. People think, oh, this is cool to like it. Nah, stop. Like,
it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
weird.
That was one of my 3 anecdotes. I mean, the weirdest one I've got, it's kind of like, it's 2 in 1 really. My brother used to have ketchup on everything, and I mean everything. And if he ever watches this, he's gonna be livid because he does get a little bit embarrassed about it. But he pretends he doesn't, but he definitely does. So like, he'd have like pasta, like plain pasta, but again, another cancer state staple, just like pasta and then maybe some cheese if you're lucky. So like Tuesday night every week, pasta, cheese on it, and he'd then just slap loads of ketchup on it. Like, and I'm talking like a lot of ketchup, not just a drizzle, not just like a little bit of taste. I mean, like covered, like you'd think it came in sauce.
My stepdad does it, man. He puts it on everything. So you'll have like mac and cheese covered in ketchup. He'll have roast dinner, like a Sunday dinner, ketchup.
Yeah,
like it's on everything. Like,
yeah, my brother
put
has
it
on
on
as well.
Everything.
Just why? Like, I mean, he doesn't like. He grew up not really liking gravy, so like, I mean, I have like dry roast, so I hate gravy. So like, I guess that'd be why it's a very unpopular food opinion. But it's not liking gravy. But yeah, and he does it like the weirdest one. Like, the pasta's bad, the roast is like illegal in my eyes. But, you know, like you get pancake dough. So like you're chefing up some pancakes, you're flipping them, you're looking sick, you're sticking some sugar in them, maybe some lemon if you're feeling a bit zesty. He has literally just ketchup, a pancake, thin pancake, like, you know, not the American style, thin British style pancakes, and then just ketchup, like, and I'm again it lots, like he's got a knife, he's spreading it, like he's having fun. Like,
That's a firm no from me.
yeah, no, it's the worst. I think it's the worst food combination I've ever witnessed with my own eyes. And I went to uni and went out with like, you know, the football sets and stuff, and like they were obviously heinous, and the rugby lads, like, you know, some of the stuff they used to do, and still the worst combination I've seen, I think, is still pancakes with ketchup on. So I'm sorry, Xavier, but nah, it's the worst, man.
I'm going to share this one with you on the screen. Right, this next one. You see it?
I'm nervous. It's not conscious yet. What the hell
You
is
got
that?
it now. So
Yeah.
that is bratwurst sausage, but if you look at the sausages, the gummy bears are cooked inside them, so they're actually inside the sausage.
No,
So gummy bears and sausages.
where the fuck's selling that, and why hasn't it been closed down yet? That is what? No, because surely when you
Yeah,
cook them, that shit
that's
would
a-
melt.
Probably not going to melt a bit, yeah, but you know, you're still going to get that taste. It's still going to be in there, isn't it? It's a weird one.
That
It's a strange combo.
what? Like, you know, no.
How about popcorn and hot sauce?
I feel like there'd be people out there that are like, you know, like rogue to be different sort of people that are like that. So I can see it. But again, I'm not a hot sauce guy. I'm like a Nando's mild sort of guy. So yeah, no, not for me. But
I'm not sure about it. I'd give it a whirl maybe just to see.
yeah, I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever heard, but I think it's weird.
Right. What's your view on pineapple on pizza? Wrong. Okay, then this next one might trigger you then.
Oh no.
Strawberries on pizza.
Why?
These are just the rules.
You get, I mean, I know a place that does do it, to be fair, like not far from where we work. And they have like, if you ask for on pizza, they'll do it. Like, you know, like banana, they'll do it. Like orange, they'll do it. And it makes you feel ill that I'm eating from the same establishment as these people sometimes. But yeah, strawberries on a pizza. On a chocolate pizza, I get it. Like, you know, they have it on an actual pizza dough with chocolate on. Like, that's a bit much for me still. When people have it, I get that because it's got chocolate and then it's just dough. But yeah, nah, man.
Right. Apparently this is a thing now, and they're calling it it's Pepsi and milk, like mixed. That's stomach pain and diarrhea right there, man. So that is.
I wouldn't survive. Like, I would not leave the toilet for 48 hours flat. It curdle as well. Like, nah. This is why I only drink like literally tea, water, and like, you know, the occasional milkshake and the occasional beer. Obviously nowhere near each other, but like, because I can't stand the thought of things like being together inside there. Like, you know, like all these combinations. If you ate like, I don't know, like a steak, you'd have like a chocolate pudding for dessert. You wouldn't have it together, but they're still in there digesting together. But nah.
Some things just don't mix, though, do they?
No, it's not the one.
That's right. Now this one, I've had this one like in restaurants and stuff before, and it's decent, to be fair. Fried egg on pizza.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I like a low-fat pizza, and you get an egg in the middle. Yeah, no, we have. We do that quite a lot, actually. Jess's sister makes it, where she has like a wrap, and so rather than having a pizza bread like base, it's a wrap with then pizza on it. It has like an egg in the middle, and it slaps. Like, yeah, I can't hate that.
I like those. And this one's alright as well. I've not tried it, but I would try it. So Doritos on mac and cheese. So you got like some broken up Doritos crumbled on top.
On what?
On mac and cheese.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like
It's just
not
it's
normal,
cheese and cheese, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not normal as such, but like, I'm pretty sure that's okay. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sure
wouldn't it?
I'm sure there's someone that does that already. Like, there's like a mac and cheese place in Leicester. I'm pretty sure that does like mac and cheese with like crisps on top. I'm sure they do. Yeah, I don't hate that.
We're back to the soft drink mixing now, which is, well, I don't know. This one would work better than the other one, I reckon, but I'm not convinced. Coca-Cola and red wine.
Yeah. I mean, like, if like it shouldn't work, they're two very like, they're almost so opposite in taste. Like, one's very sour and one's like sweet. I think it would almost work.
Maybe.
But yeah, again,
I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I mean, people do like Ribena, don't they, in Guinness? Like, and they call it like a
Guinness
Ribena
Black,
top.
yeah.
Guinness Black. Yeah, that stuff. Like, again, to
I
me,
like that.
I wouldn't be drinking that. Like, I had my first Guinness like 6 months ago, and I thought it was gonna be thick. Like, it looks thick, so I thought it was going to be thick. And then when I drank it, it was like, you know, like water, like any other beer. And I was like instantly put off by the fact the texture wasn't what I thought it was. I mean, like it's super duper like neurodiverse to be saying that, but like it wasn't thick, so I was like, I'm not drinking this anymore.
Yeah, man, but it's good. Guinness is good, and I like it with a bit of black. I don't always have it with a bit of black, but now and again it's nice. If you want something a bit sweeter, it's good. I'm all about it.
No, these are sort of things, you know, when people say, oh, like if you met your friend like 10 years down the line, you wouldn't be friends. If that's the sort of thing you open up with, like, hi, I'm Aaron and I like this, I'd be like, yeah, we're not pals.
Yeah, but you don't open up with that, do you? You keep all your
there's a
secrets
good reason
later on down the line, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a fucking good reason for that, because that is horrendous, man.
No, that's not bad. That's not bad. Come on. What about this one then? Peanut butter and mayo.
Not for me. I mean, there's going to be people that have that, because like a lot of people have like, peanut butter sandwiches, and you can get like different flavored peanut butter now, can't you? You can get like all sorts, but no, that's not okay.
No, I'm really not sure about that either. Like, this next one is just. I think they just didn't have anything else in. They've gone for broccoli and flaming hot Cheetos just mixed up in a bowl. Like, let me put it up for you. It just looks like smush.
There is so many things you can eat in the world before you turn to that. Like,
look at that.
What? Why has that happened?
I'm guessing that's all they had in the house. Because that's not like, it doesn't even look good.
Is that a cauliflower in there as well? Like, what?
There's something in there that's not included on the list.
Right.
But
I'd love to get the views of these from like, you know, like Gordon Ramsay. He watches other people's cooking videos and he's like, no, you can't do that. I'd love him to be scrolling through this, because he'd be insane watching this sort of stuff.
Right, he'd be horrified. Him over the edge, wouldn't
it? That's horrendous. Oh, what is that?
Just rice and ketchup.
Yeah, my brother used to eat that. Make it stop, man. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I get it's tomato. I get it's just sort of like we have sauce and you like rice and want to have it together. Like, yeah, it's bland and it's a taste. Like, it's better than some of the shit on there that you've shown me. But why? Why do we insist on eating like this? Like, you don't have to eat like that in this country. You don't have to.
Where do you stand with avocados? Do you like avocados?
Nah, I'm not a fruit guy. I'm so boring with food, man.
So you're not going to be A-okay with just an avocado and then filling the holes up with honey?
No, that's woke nonsense. I feel like that would be like I don't even know, someone that would want to argue with you and everything. That's not okay. Again, then why? What was the point? Just have it on toast or something.
What about Mackey's and the pickles? Do you have the pickles?
What, in like burgers and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had them before. Again, I'm not huge on it, but I don't hate them.
Okay. What about having them pickles with ice cream?
Why? People aren't actually eating this, are they? Though people are just putting things together just to be edgy, aren't they? And with things like that, there is no way on, like, there isn't anyone that, like, you know, that's like ultimately sane that can tell me that that's an okay thing to eat.
What about banana grilled cheese? So it's like that's what Americans call a cheese toasty in it. So you have a cheese toasty but with banana in it. It's a banana and cheese toasty.
It's banana and cheese.
Yeah, man. Let me give you a visual. Let me give you a visual for your pleasure.
It's bad, but it's not like in the grand scheme. Oh my word! No, I've seen it. It's even worse. Oh my god! And is this ranked like, you know, but most heinous, like least heinous to most heinous? Because I feel like we're getting towards 50 now. I'm starting to worry.
Nah, it's just a load of them, man. It's just a load of them in here. What about this one? This one really disturbs me. Fish fingers and custard.
Like possible actual worst nightmare, I think. I think anything in custard, like, you know, my family will have like banana in custard, so like they'll have custard and then they'll like chop up a bit of banana in it, or like, you know, like I've only just got used to having like cake and custard together in one, because I like, you know, that's dry and that's wet, so that's, you know, they're separate for me. Like, people used to say I was really weird for that, but like some stuff like textures getting mixed, but that's, yeah. No.
I'm not going to say anything on this one. I'm just going to let you just drink it in on the image first.
Nah. that's someone at work who's, I promise you that I can see the scenario now. Like they're at work, they've got some Oreos on the table, and there's like some mustard over there, and they've gone, this would be a good Snapchat. I'll send it to the boys and get a reaction. There's no way. I refuse. Like, I don't live on the same earth as these people. I don't. No.
Strong, right? Strong.
That's
Real
obscene behaviour. Mustard on anything, to be honest, is wrong. But on an Oreo,
What about jelly and scrambled eggs?
no, I don't think so. I don't think that's okay in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's weird. This is American, so I think by jelly they mean jam, but still, it's equally as bad, I think.
I thought it was worse, actually. I mean, comparing the two in my head, I think both are criminal and both are getting you a life stretch in prison if there was any spaces.
The Oreos are on fire right now. So pickled gherkin in an Oreo. So they broke the lid off, put a pickle in it, put the lid back on, eating the Oreo.
I've got no other words for that one. That's not good. That's not
Cold pizza dipped in Coca-Cola, not the drug. Just clarify that.
Two very different parties. No, I don't fucking think so. What again? Like these aren't even like so, like rice and ketchup. I can understand where it's come from and like how it's come to be because they don't want dry rice. They've gone get some sauce in there to like make it a bit more moist and a bit more palatable. Like, I get it. It's still wrong. Why would you need to have like you've got cold pizza? You've got one of the ultimate foods on its own is cold pizza for me, especially the day after like a shindig or a party or like if you're hanging, cold pizza, yeah, elite. But yeah, no.
Well, I'll leave you to this last one then. Bananas and ketchup. Took a chopped up banana, covered in ketchup on a plate. What do you mean no?
Nah, man. I can see you eating that. I'd actually have you down for that sort of guy, to be fair.
Wow.
I think like that's the sort of shit you'd be like, we had this in the RAF. It was okay. Like we were struggling for food and we were like, let's put these together. And I did and it was actually alright. I can see that. But yeah, nah. I have to consult my brother on it and see if that was him because he likes bananas and he likes ketchup. So I see what he's saying.
That's not my world, man. That's not for me. That's not for me at all.
That's one of the worst things I've ever heard, I think.
I mean, there's some bad ones in here. I'm not gonna lie. There's some real bad ones in here.
Yeah, I feel like you just like have put me through like 20 minutes of absolute hell there just for your own enjoyment. I'm not even going to get through. I've literally I've got like a pretty big mug of tea. Like this is like one of them pint ones, and I've probably drank like a third of it just from the pure sickening of my stomach. I mean, like, mate, we're not ingesting stuff. Always thinking about this sort of stuff. This isn't it. But
I mean, it's good for you to try new things, right?
It is good to try new things. However, like, I think there was probably 3 things on there that I'd eat before roadkill.
Depends what the roadkill is and if it's fresh, innit? Because you can get some good roadkill, get some decent venison, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, venison slaps, to be fair. Like, I was having the conversation with Jess in Tesco the other day, and she was fuming. She was like, I'm not eating a deer. And I was like, why not, though? Because, like, it's banging. But, yeah, she's not for it. I mean, she doesn't eat duck or lamb or anything like that at all. Like, she's like, anything cute, she's not eating.
Mate, lamb is good, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, lamb and duck I think, are probably the 2, like, goat meats to go to, for me. That I, like, afford.
It's because they're fatty, though, right? Because all the fatty stuff is really, really good.
Yeah,
same as steak, innit? The fatty steaks are really, really nice.
Yeah, man, they're really. I mean, what's better than going to like a Chinese? Like, I know you can eat Chinese, and like that they're going to be like not great quality, but like going up to the stands, like you've got all your usual stuff, like you've got your Chinese, and everyone judges you for what you have on Chinese. So like everyone in a Chinese like buffet normally can agree that duck, pancakes, the little cucumbers, some plum sauce, hoisin sauce, whatever you're going to have, and then like them little like spring onions, a little wrap, bosh, one and done. It's like. That's the go-to. That's the go of the Chinese. For me, the Chinese meal, the best thing is about it is the crispy duck wraps.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a creature of habit with Chinese, to be fair.
Talk me through your order, and I'm gonna judge you for your Chinese order. Off obviously, I have no basis to judge anyone on any food. I'm gonna judge it regardless.
You should. I'm really, really dull with it. I'll have some rice, maybe. Like, I'm not bothered about having rice, but I'll have some rice. And I usually have chicken balls and sweet and sour sauce and chips. That's it.
What's the point?
I don't know. It's basically chicken nuggets and chips, but, what can I do?
That's what you're having. You're having a Happy Meal. You're having a Happy Meal with some rice on it.
I don't know what it is with Chinese. I'm just not that fussed with it, to be fair.
But I think it depends on your, like, where you're getting it from as well. Like if you've got one that you like, if I'm going to like a random like restaurant I've never been to, I'm not trying it of any description, not just Chinese, like any restaurant, I'm playing it safe if I don't know it. Especially like if I'm like abroad or whatnot, like, you know, the first few days of like an all-inclusive, I'm having like, you know, the most beige dinners ever until I've like, you know, got used to it and stuff and got my stomach used to it and know what it's about. We'll see what other people are eating. So like, you know, go to a restaurant, oh, everyone's got pizza, I'm having that then. But yeah, that's the worst Chinese combination I think I've ever heard. It's just
I do that a lot. And the thing is as well, it's from the one I get it from is like it's like a combination. It's like a fish and chip shop and Chinese, so you get proper chips. You know what I mean? You're not getting like crappy fries, so that's why I always go for the chips.
And chippy chips are elite. I think. Then you got to be in the, like, you know, Chinese chips are banging. Like, you know, the ones that my Chinese do, like the one I normally go to, they do like they're almost like chippy chips, but they're thick, but they're not. I don't know how to explain it. They're like long, like longer. They're not a fry. They're just like, yeah, they're quite greasy, like a bit like a chippy chip, I guess. I don't know how to explain a chip in that scenario, but like they're banging. But you have to be in the mood for like they fill you up real quick. Like if you have like a bag of chips, you're not having more than a handful, otherwise you're full because they're super greasy. Yeah, chippy chips, I can argue that being worthwhile because they are banging.
Yeah, see, I prefer Indian really. Indians,
yeah.
But you know, I usually get pizza because it's easier.
It's boring, though, isn't it? Like,
I'm a boring guy, man. I'm a boring guy. You know what I mean? I'll eat the same thing every day forever. It doesn't bother me.
I mean, I can get on board with that, and then I'll hate it. Like, I'll love something for ages and ages, and I'll like have it every single day. Like, I almost have the same packed lunch at work every day, like regardless of what it is. And then I'll learn to hate it, and then I have to change my entire like lunch bag. Like, I can't do it. Like, I just can't. So this one day I'll just go, that's horrible now. Yeah, nah. I like to change up in an order. If I know the place, I'll change it up a little bit, and like I'll try someone else's and see what they've got, and then like I'll learn by like, having other people's really. But yeah, that's a very, very beige Chinese meal you got there, and I'm judging heavily for it, as I feel like you should be.
Yeah, I'm a basic bitch. What can I do?
What you having at a curry house then? What's it's a good break my heart even further, but
no, see that I mix it up all the time. I like pretty much everything, so I mix it up. But if I haven't had one for a while, my go-to is I'll have a lamb tikka Rogan Josh, something like that.
Yeah, I can. Too far. I mean, like I say, I'll eat any curry. Like, as long as it's not like ridiculously hot, I'll eat most. I'm normally like full on poppadoms and the tips beforehand of me. I'll just smash through them. I'm like, I've got loads of room, and I don't have loads of room.
Yeah, I go nuts when I order, and then like I'm getting like a lot of rice. I get chips with it as well. I'll get like naan breads and everything.
Yeah, all the samosas, the bhajis, a lot, and you come to you like, yeah, I'm ready to eat, and then you put it together, you're like, fuck, this is a lot of food.
Yeah, it gets messy quick, but what can you do? Yeah, it works for me.
What can you do, to be fair? I mean, I'm for it, to be fair. I think like that should be like a question for every single guest from here on forward. Like, if you're going to a Chinese, what you're having, and you're going to an Indian, what you're having, because that immediately sets the stall of the sort of person you've got for me. It's like, it's something that people are gonna argue about all day. I mean, we know people that don't like anything at a curry house. They won't eat anything. Like, they'll just be like, nah. And I've never understood it because like you know, there's so many different things out there that they're just like, no, I can't.
Yeah, they do good stuff, man. Good stuff.
I mean, I want one now. I'm gonna have to get one. That's the problem. Like, now I've been talking about it. That's it. I'm having it now for dinner. I'm just changing the dinner plan.
Yeah, I'll have cereal. I'm trying to be good at that. Thrilling, isn't it?
No, not actually at all.
Yeah, not bad. I just pulled up this tweet from 50 Cent, right? Oh, okay. Do they call them tweets anymore? Because it's X now?
Yeah.
What do they call them now? He's messed with the whole system, and that guy's messed with the whole thing. You can't
just X it, can you? Like, I pulled up this guy's X. Like, what? You did what?
Yeah.
And I don't know, just a post on X? Thread?
X just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, it's hate. Like, give me back my Bird app, because I need that. Like that. Like, you know, a normal day on the Bird app is not a normal day. Like, yeah, go on. 50 Cent X message.
It's an old one, but I quite like it. Right? I can't believe my grandmother's making me take out the garbage. I'm rich as fuck. I'm going home. I don't need this shit.
Say,
what a lad.
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to argue with your nan, are you? Like, if my nan was like, if she came to my house, she's like, take the rubbish out, I'd be like, yeah, all right. Like, I don't know what it is about. Like, I just wouldn't argue with my nan. Like my granddad, I'd argue it back, I think, but my nan, I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. I'll go and take it out. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I think I don't know, just an elderly respect thing, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's joking. To be fair, he seems like.
I bet he's not. I bet he's not. No, I bet he's not. I bet he's tweeting as he's walking down the driveway. Fuck you, nan.
Nah, he's got to be kidding, right? He's got to be.
But what do you? Why don't you there's some like celebrity tweets, like the best footballer celebrity tweets. There is some jokes ones. Like there was obviously that one with Wayne Rooney when he was like, who did he text? I think it was Rio Ferdinand when he was like, Rio, you coming training tomorrow? And he's just tweeted it like, and there was that player as well. I think it was an Arsenal player, and he just tweeted like Chelsea player who played in London. He was just like, I like pasta. Like then he's like then tweeted like it's just like I like pasta or I like spaghetti. Like why have you tweeted that? Like obviously Twitter back in its early days was very different to the Twitter we have now. Like it was just a completely different app altogether. But yeah, some of the tweets for footballers and stuff over the years and like celebrities have so on it.
What about this one? And I've just pulled them up now that you said that, right? Ashley Cole in July 2012 at Drake. Yo, bro, it's me, Ash Cole. I'm on this thing now. YOLO. Ha 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 ha. I get it's cringy, man.
Yeah, I mean that's very Ashley. I can see him tweeting that, thinking I'm sick as fuck.
Wayne Rooney to Piers Morgan. Shut up, you egg, and get out of Cowell's Hall. Won't tell you again.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Wayne Rooney would tweet that now. Like, you know how they have all these publicists now and stuff. Like, you know, I know Oscar Piastri tweeted on 9/11 that he was in a plane, which, like, 10 years ago wouldn't have been a problem. But obviously now, like, Twitter got hold of that and they ran with it. And they're like, how disgraceful. I can't believe you've done this. And obviously Haaland put, like, air time or something last year on 9/11. It's not great. Like, you know, and their publicists went, and then obviously both of them got taken down real quick. But, like now I feel like Wayne Rooney would still tweet that, regardless of like his like position as a manager of Plymouth. He'd still do the same shit.
Here he is in 2011, right? Replying to Phil Neville, right? So Phil Neville's put a tweet up saying, I'm up and ready for first session of the day, bike ride around the lake. Right. So this is in the summer, so I don't know whether it's like pre-season trade, whatever it is, right? But Wayne Rooney's gone, shut up, Philip. You were boring the life out of me on this thing.
You can see why they put the publicists in place now, can't you? Like, people go, they're stifling footballers. You can see why, because that's, I say,
Wayne Rooney just don't care, does he?
No, he doesn't give a shit. And it is like, they are just normal people at the end of the day. Like, they're just people like me and you, but yeah, crikey, he doesn't give a shit.
I don't think some of them are like me and you. I think they've lived this life where they've had too much money and a little bit shelters and it affects them a bit.
Yeah, I think some of them are obviously, but I think Wayne Rooney is, like, I mean, he's Evertonian, and he's had the rough and tumble. Like, I just know he'd tweet like that now. If he was allowed to, I think he'd tweet like that now.
Well, Mr. Excitement himself, Michael Owen, right? This is a good one.
This guy.
In 2014, watched my 8th ever film on the flight home. Must have been bored. #hate films.
#hate films is wild. People used to hashtag everything, didn't they? Like, you have people hashtagging the word hashtag. Like, Twitter's got a lot to answer for in a lot of things. But like even now, like, I've got relatives who are like, you know, a generation above me that'll go like, they'll say like YOLO out loud, and they'll be like #awkward. Even now, like on that, like we'll say it in person and I put on their posts, I'm just like, oh, kill me. This is social death.
Just found a good hashtag. So Andre Gray.
Right. I know this tweet. This is one of my fucking favourite.
It's from 2012. Just seen Talisa sex tape. Awful techers. Hashtag rookie BJ.
Hashtag rookie BJ, I think, must trend probably at least once a year before Musk got his hands on Twitter and ruined it, or however he's got it now. Like, obviously, like, and people, obviously, the year it comes round, obviously, like the Twitter, the like, football Twitter accounts, like, bash this tweet every year. The same as the Boxing Day from like 1963 or whatever it was, and like, you know, Arsenal won like 18-4 against someone. But like, that tweet does the rounds every single year, and I think it's one of the best ever tweets on that website ever.
Mine's done well.
Awful techers.
Michael Owen, man, this guy.
Awful
just
techers
ran over.
Bad.
Just ran over a rabbit. Devastated. Michael Owen, I just.
That'd be enough to get you cancelled now, wouldn't it? That would be enough to get you cancelled, tweeting that.
Nah.
I bet it would.
Happens, doesn't it? Happens, and he said he's devastated. So I reckon he's good.
My Twitter, I dare go back on my Twitter. I've had a lot of tweets. Like you can literally this app. You could put your Twitter into. You could search a word and delete it, and it just yeet this tweet from your timeline. It just delete it. But some of the things I used to tweet, I'd be even on my Facebook wall, I used to get the time hop and stuff come out, and you think, oh my god, what was wrong with me? Oh yeah, it's sickening, man. It's sickening. I'm like, no, I don't have to worry about my past. But these footballers, things get dragged up a lot.
Yeah, I mean this one, but also by Andre Gray, should definitely get him cancelled at some point. He said, school kids always catch my eye on the way to training. Legit. He's put that on there in 2012.
Yeah. That's not good. It's not good. That's not good at all. Because some footballers have been done for some stuff in similar manners over the years. You'd like to hope he's deleted that now. Obviously, once it's screenshot, that's it. You're caught in 4K, aren't you? Forever. That's not okay. Why would you tweet that? That's never been okay to tweet.
Was it a joke? I don't know.
What do you mean? What? What do you mean? You know what I mean? Why? You see kids do some funny shit on the way to school. When I'm driving into work and I was starting at 9 or whatever, and you'll see kids scrapping us up the side of the road and pushing their mates to bushes and stuff. You think, I'm glad that part of society is still alive. Because the TikTok generation, they just walk to school on their phones and stuff. But long gone are the days of just yeeting your mate into a sticky bush. But and you see that as that's jokes, but but now it's no, that's never been okay to tweet. It's not good.
Somebody's asked Richarlison, what is your favourite English food?
Pasta. Yeah, that's a staple of British culture. Maybe it means the pasta and ketchup one. Maybe that's the culture he's talking about.
Maybe.
Favourite British food, pasta. Oh, he's Brazilian, isn't he? That's. Yeah. Okay. Some of them are just thick, aren't they? Some of these footballers are just thick.
Yeah, talking about thick, right? Victor Anchovy, right?
Yeah,
he's almost. Have you seen this one?
Yeah.
He's obviously been sent in by his publicist or whatever to post or whoever's directed him, and he's left the whole "can you tweet something at the start," and then just copied it in.
Copy, paste, send.
Can you tweet something unbelievable support yesterday? A great effort by the lads. Hard result to take, but we go again.
Oh no!
Wow.
I think back in. I mean, I might be wrong, and I'm sure someone will tell me if I am. But I'm pretty sure when you first had Twitter back in 2010-ish, you couldn't delete tweets. I never sent. I'm pretty sure you sent them. That was it. But I'm pretty sure you couldn't. I think you had to apply to get a tweet deleted. I'm sure you did. When it was first in its inception, I'm sure it was you tweeted and that was it. You were just fucked, because I remember around the Olympics there was some heinous tweets around Tom Daley and people couldn't delete them, and that was it. It was just there, or it was you delete something, it'd stay on there for a bit, and people could still search your name and the tweet and they could still find it. It wasn't gone. It was just gone from your profile or something like that. But yeah, that app's Twitter's given me some of the best laughs in my life, but it is heinous as well at the same time. It's a dreadful place to be sometimes.
I quite like this one. Right, somebody's atted Carlton Call. Serious question. Are you injured? ? Frustrates me massively watching you run/hobble. Just too slow, Carlton. He replies,
oh no.
I weren't slow getting into your mum's bed the other night.
Oh,
and a load of footballers, including Gareth Bale, have retweeted it.
Retweeted it. Oh, see, this is when it was good though, because that is harmless banter that everyone has. People banter that sort of stuff all the time, but they wouldn't you wouldn't get that now. You wouldn't get I don't know, Phil Foden tweeting someone that, would you? But yeah, that is fun. There's some footballers are quite rogue on there still. I know Joey Barton's just offensive. But there's some footballers that still have out of people. Dean Windass was on there a few years ago, giving it some stick to someone. It was another old footballer that did it. He's like some sort of coach at Swansea or some shit now, and he's out there every now and then just dishing it out to people. You can have some, you can have some, and people always like getting called out by him because it's almost funny. He's one of them cult hero footballers, but you wouldn't get that anymore, would you? And obviously the parody accounts now, because you can buy premium, can't you? You can buy the blue tick now. So there's a Twitter account. It's called Fake Colton. It's Colton Cole parody account, but he's got the blue tick. And mate, that account when it first came around, was brutal.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Some of them are wild, to be fair. Some of them are wild. But what can you do?
I mean, on the Twitter subject, I know we're like running short on time today, but like, did you see? Obviously, I know you're not like a massive Twitter guy, but the Barclaysman trend that's going around.
No, what are they doing now?
So it's cracking. So like, basically, there's this guy that did the World Cup of Barclaysman. So if you put like World Cup of Barclaysman into Google, it'll come up. And there's one guy did an account where he basically got like, if I say to you Prime Barclays Premier League, name me a player from Prime Barclays, something that like personifies that era of Barclays with like the old, like written in the stars and Ford Fiesta adverts. Who's the first player you think of?
I don't know. What year are we talking?
So like kind of like the Redknapp era, you know, when he's leaning out the door and you got like Sky Sports going live to ground still, and there's like people like waving like dildos around in the background, and like on like deadline day and stuff like that. Like we're talking like, you know, I don't want to put players into your head, but we're talking like Middlesbrough being in the Prem, like, you know, lead down in the Championship. You got like, you know, United are winning everything. That sort of era, like where, you know, when it was like Darren Bent for one,
Sure.
he's one player that will like, you know, shoot out cards and match tax, shit like that.
So like 2010 and before.
Yeah, right. So when it was like the Barclays Premier League itself, like obviously you had the Premier League, obviously it started in like the late 90s, whatever it was, and then it obviously bled through into the like kind of the early noughties, sort of like kind of from like the kind of mid 2000s onwards, I guess. So like, you know, like as I said, Darren Bent would be one of mine, but not the one I'd go to.
Yeah, so you're looking at like the Wayne Rooney era, really.
Yeah. That sort of era, like the era like that I grew up in football, really, pretty much.
Yeah. So what are you asking me? What's the question?
Who's your like if you were to name a player, like your prime Barclaysman, it's not like personified, like because like, you know, it's not like, you know, Peter Crouch was too good almost like to be a Barclaysman. Like you need someone that was like Yakubu, like sort of like who is your go-to like you know, shootout card, like Panini sticker, thinking that player is Barclays Premier League, like Hulk hero from like 2000 to like 2010 ish.
Hero. So good, just not good.
It's like just from like the streets won't forget, like Abdul Tarat, for instance, like the streets will never forget that guy. Like he's so unforgettable. Like Michu is like kind of the oldest that you can go to, and the earliest would be like the Duca sort of thing in that kind of ballpark. Whilst you're thinking, I'm going to trump a little whilst you're thinking, because like the World Cup of Barclays, honestly, like it's going to unlock some memories for you that you think. Obviously, like, I know City was shit then, but like it's like that era, you know, when Man City got beat 8-2 by Middlesbrough. We're talking that sort of era of football.
So why did you have to throw that in? Why are you being that guy, man?
It's just an easy win, isn't it?
That's a jerk move. Unnecessary.
It's just
funny
though.
I mean, for me, like early 2000s and that, getting into 2003, 2004, Sean Gota for me, isn't it?
Yeah,
possibly.
Not a bad shout.
But he weren't there for that whole period, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so
I need someone
makes
like,
it difficult.
like Morgan Pedersen, for instance.
Kevin Davis.
Yeah. Now we're talking like that's the era I'm looking for. Like, you know, if you're thinking of a player that personifies, like, you watch Premier League years, and it's got like, you know, they've like a woman who's kind of, I can't remember her name now. She used to do the commentary over it, and she'd be like, "Well, it was a brilliant Tuesday, but Wednesday, if you're a Sheffield Wednesday fan, was a bit roping, and they'd be like 7-0 by United or something like that." Like she'd do like there's always like a punny like little like link between them. I can't find it on Twitter now, but yeah, if you put like hashtag World Cup of Barclays on Twitter, it just comes up. And this guy did like a league table, so like he got like 128 players, like a World Cup basically, and put them into groups, and it like made like a poll on Twitter. You have to like votes, like, you know, like Yakubu was in a group with like, I don't know, Stuart Downing, Paul Dickov, like, you know, there was like just random old school players that were in this group, and you pick like the best one, and then the first and second would go into the knockout phase. And the final was Nico Kranjčar against, I think it was against Yakubu. So we're talking like, you know, Harry Redknapp out the window, signing Kranjčar every single team he managed, and like I think Kranjčar won it, which I mean, for me, I think Nico Kranjčar is probably my go-to other than Yakubu. I think the two that I would have picked have probably got to the final. I mean, I love Darren Bent. I thought he's fucking brilliant. Like he was on every match tax card I seemed to get had like a packet had Darren Bent in it. He was always there. He's like he's one of the only players that's ever scored 20 a season outside of a top 5 club, top 6 club. Like he's always been that guy. And like Jermaine Defoe, like, you know, Pete Crouch, people like that. Like, you know, that's the era. But honestly, like it's been brilliant because obviously like Twitter obviously is a pretty bleak place at times. However, there they'll do people like clubs and are putting out videos of like, Premier League Barclaysman. It's a video, like a 2.5 minute long video with like Two Door Cinema Club singing over it, like, an indie 2000 song with just highlights of, I feel like Morgan Pedersen scoring for screamers, or like Yakubu scoring like beastie headers and stuff like that. And it's cracking to watch because you don't get players like that anymore. Like, it's all just, it's all just fucking passing and shooting and like sexy football now and stuff like that. But like, you don't get like 90-yard screamers off the left foot on a cold Tuesday night on ITV anymore. You just don't get them. But it's been fun to watch in the international break. It will die off now. Like, teams are trying to get in on it that are like EFL. So like Leeds tweeted, "Our Barclaysman never played in the Barclays, never played Barclays Premier League football." And they tried getting involved, and everyone was like,
"What about like Danny Murphy and that? That must be that era."
Say shout. Danny Murphy's a shout. I mean, he's ruined it for himself a little bit with his match of the day coverage since. But
but we're not talking about that. We're talking about his football, aren't we? And
it's people like that. That's the sort of shit we're talking about. Like Nicky Butt. Like, again, he was probably a bit towards the end of it, really. Towards the start of it, even, like, probably not been in it a long time. Like you
Lee Bowyer.
Yeah. Now we're talking like Lee Bowyer and shit. Like, but like people like obviously made funny ones since. So, like, you got like what's his name? Old Thingy Johnson, Adam Johnson, and like the song that got put over his was Kids. The song that starts with all the kids screaming. So it was just Adam Johnson times kids, and people are like, obviously, like that obviously did numbers, but like there was lots of like Peter Crouch with like Skater Boy over Avril Lavigne, and it's just the whole montage is honestly like it's sick. I'm gonna have to send you loads now because they're just unreal to watch.
Propaganda.
I'm not sure if City did one because, like I said, they were fucking terrible.
Oh, we weren't that bad.
You were
we
there.
Had some decent players. We had some decent players.
You feature in a lot of the videos getting beaten because obviously that's before the money. I think Ben Jani has one. You had him, didn't you?
Yeah.
He has one.
Yeah, Portsmouth to City.
Yeah, and Wilfred Bonney, he has one as well. Didn't realise he was still in his 30s. He has one. Yeah. So, like City do feature.
But what about like Sean Wright Phillips, man?
Yeah, see, now to be fair, Sean Wright Phillips, a Barclaysman.
Class. Yeah.
But, next episode of Mom, when I come back from holiday, we're going to do our best, like our Barclays, like a Barclays 11, like Mark Schwarzer in goal sort of shit. Like, I'm claiming that on early doors. Like, he's mine. But I want that's to be our opening thing. I want it to be Barclays 11. So you got like 2 weeks to actually put some thought into it. Yeah, proper.
Wait, you're gonna still have to give me some guidelines.
Yeah, I will. I'll send you a link to some pages and stuff. You can like watch them. You have to do some research. Like it's a research based task.
Well, give me all mug now.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, I'm here for it because they're sick.
One. Right. I have got to run, so we're gonna have to end it here.
Yes, sir.
And we'll catch up when you get back and have a run through that little thing. I'll do some
spin jokes. I look forward to hearing episodes whilst on the way. Yeah, man, it's serious shit. It's serious shit. I'm expecting good work. I won't know this last minute homework bollocks.
I mean, I'll probably be googling it while we're on the chat, but yeah.
None of that.
Yeah, I like the last minute approach.
No, man, it's going to be done properly, man. I'm not.
Roger that.
Right, man. I'll let you go, and it's been good catching up. And I'll catch you in a bit.
Yeah, catch you later. Bye.
Laters.
Hey, listeners, if you've been enjoying They Not Like Us, I'd really appreciate it if you could take a moment to leave a positive review and subscribe. It might seem like a small thing, but for an independent podcast like this, it makes a huge difference. Your support helps the show get discovered by more people, allowing us to bring on even more amazing guests and continue sharing content that resonates with you. So if today's episode or any past ones have sparked something in you, hit that subscribe button and drop a quick review. Your feedback keeps this community growing, and I'm so grateful to have you along for the ride. Thanks so much.